Hey guys, this is Mel and I'm back for another segment for my after show Saga. I'll be talking about episode 23, titled Act 23, Covert Maneuvers, Wiseman, which was released June 6, 2015. Once again, I haven't read the manga, so any thoughts of mine are based on the episodes that have aired in this crystal version and possibly guided by the episodes from the classics version. So let's get started. This episode marked the formal introduction of Black Lady, formerly Chibiusa, although the classics dubbed her as Wicked Lady, which seems more appropriate for her, especially after it was revealed just who she really wanted more than anything, and that was Mamoru, aka Tuxedo Mask, aka her father's younger self. Can I just say creepy? I mean, it's one thing to allude to such a taboo thing when she was just a kid seeking his attention and having Usagi being jealous over it, and yet it's another thing entirely to actually show Black Lady kissing a man who is essentially going to be her father in a few years. It's like the Oedipus complex, just in reverse. I had to look up the term since I only know the Oedipus version, but when the daughter competes with the mother for possession of the father, that is called the Electra complex. And it seems that is what is happening with Black Lady. And I gotta say, yikes. No matter how I spin it to try to defend itself, it's just creepy and completely wrong. And I have no clue how they will get past this. Character-wise, I mean, the only good thing is that at least Mamoru is under some sort of spell, so maybe he won't remember any of Black Lady's affections towards him, inappropriate affections that is, and hopefully she doesn't do anything more to him than that kiss, if you know what I mean. I'm getting the creeps just thinking about it. Ugh. Now, another thing about Black Lady that we discover is that she is somehow very knowledgeable about Nemesis and the inner workings of the Silver Crystal. It could be more daunting of an observation for me personally because despite Chibiusa being over 900 years old, which still surprises me and escapes my mind at times, I still think of her as a child, so to see Black Lady showcasing such knowledge like she did, it completely caught me off guard, leaving me to wonder how and when she knew all that she was sharing to her audience. And Black Lady definitely looked older than Sailor Moon too, yet I think Black Lady is still meant to be a teenager. Maybe she's in her late teens, while Sailor Moon is still 14, I think. I still can't believe that Sailor Moon is still so young when she first starts out as a Sailor Guardian. I couldn't even get over that fact in the classics too, whenever I figure out what their actual ages were, so anyways. Not only is Tuxedo Mask under Wiseman's control, it's either that or he's under Black Lady's control. It wasn't really specified. But Prince Demon and Saphir are also under Wiseman's control, and while under that control, I still got the sense that these brothers weren't completely under the influence, as they still showed concerns against Earth and their distrust of Black Lady and her loyalties. Also, did anyone else pick up Saphir's concern for Rubius's whereabouts? He asked his brother before about where Rubius was, but then when Black Lady revealed Rubius's fate, Saphir seemed disturbed by it. Is it wrong to wonder or to even assume whether or not Saphir and Rubius were a couple? It's either that or they were really close friends, but something about Saphir's reaction about Rubius's fate just had me thinking that Rubius meant a lot more to him than them being colleagues or comrades or co-workers, if you want to call it that. Am I wrong to think that? Did anyone else see it? Let me know in the comments below. But I do have a question. When Nemesis attacked Earth again in the future, for some reason the past felt that aftershock, which I do not understand. Whatever happens in the future shouldn't affect the past like a ripple effect. That should only occur in the reverse. Now, if the past was attacked, then the future would have felt the ripple effect from that attack. I mean, that bit just really confused me, and I wonder if anyone else felt that way too, or if anyone has a clarification on it, or do I have to wait until I read the manga for a better explanation? So anyways, the episode ends back in the future where all the scouts and King Endymion surround Black Lady as she formally introduces herself with Wiseman by her side. Now this was after Black Lady was rejected from the Silver Millennium Palace by her own unconscious mother after Black Lady tried to grab the silver crystal from Sailor Moon, which was the younger version of her unconscious mother. How that rejection happened was just awesome. She was teleported completely out of the castle and fell on her butt, which is great. And I don't even think the explanation makes any sense if you don't watch the episode with unconscious mothers attacking grown evil daughters. It's craziness. Yeah, it's great for TV. Or in this case, anime. Anyways, the episode ends there, and I wish it hadn't, because I was waiting for that confrontation sequence between Black Lady and then all the scouts. And yet that was a cliffhanger, and now I have to wait again for the next episode to be released in 2 weeks. And that's all I want to talk about for this video, and I know that it's focused a lot on Black Lady, but she was featured quite a bit in this episode, and I had quite a bit to say about her, because she was a lot more different to her Wicked Lady counterpart than she was the same. What's definitely is the same as her appearance, that's for sure. To an extent, she definitely looked more mature, like I said before. Now, moving on, let's go to predictions. Once again, have not read the manga. I'm only going off of what I predict could happen based on how the story is going on so far that we've seen in the episodes, or based on what had happened in the classics. So, there is going to be a battle with Black Lady. There just has to be, with the way it's building up. And the brief preview we got at the end of this episode showed Sailor Moon trying to bargain with Black Lady. She even offered her life to get Black Lady to stop. And right off the bat, I thought that was a stupid idea, because there is no way Black Lady would agree to killing Sailor Moon off, especially when it's a version of her mother that hasn't given birth to Black Lady yet. So basically, if Black Lady killed Sailor Moon, then she's basically stopping her own existence. That's the one part of time travel that I know has to stay consistent in all forms of fandom it appears in, whether it's on the TV show Charm, The Flash, or Witches of East End. Any harm to the past causes consequences to those connected to them in the future. Plus, it's just common sense, too. Now, back to this battle with Black Lady. I can't help but wonder if the fight is when Neo Queen Serenity will reawaken again, because Diana did say to King Endymion that the Queen was waiting for the right moment to intervene. Unless the fight with Black Lady is meant to be like intro fight that bleeds into their fight with Wiseman, and then Wiseman is when Neo Queen Serenity will reawaken. But I would think she'd reawaken when it came to fighting off her own daughter, because maybe she knows how she could get her daughter back to normal, in a sense. Then again, Neo Queen Serenity did fight Wiseman before, and I'm only saying that because I'm assuming that he is the criminal Phantom. I'm still going off of that theory. And I also wonder about the fates of Prince Demond and Saphir. Will they break free from Wiseman's control and switch sides, or will they fall with Wiseman when that happens? I kind of have mixed feelings on that. I kind of want them to break free and side with the scouts and kind of find their own redemption, but then I kind of do want them to fall and be defeated with Wiseman, because they kind of went into it on Wiseman's team. They kind of knew to an extent what they were getting into, so it only seems fitting that they'd fall when the whole thing crumbles for them. I don't know. have mixed feelings about those two. And I guess I'll just have to wait for the episode to find out. I could cheat and read the manga, but why spoil it for myself? So what did you think of this episode or of this version of the story arc? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Although, refrain from any manga spoilers for the time being. Unless you want to give vague answers in regard to the manga. I'll be okay with that too. So until next time, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends, and to check out my other videos as you pass the time. Thank you so much for listening. I truly appreciate it. Now, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.